In a world destroyed by a deadly global outbreak, humanity has almost disappeared. There are no busy streets, no crowded places, and no normal life left. Only silence remains. This is the setting of the upcoming story, The Dog Stars, based on the powerful novel The Dog Stars, which is now getting attention again because of its official trailer release. The story begins after a flu-like virus spreads across the world and wipes out most of the population. Governments collapse, cities are left empty, and survivors are forced into isolation. There is no system left to rely on, no rescue teams, no safe zones, only individuals trying to survive day by day in a broken world. But what makes this story different is not just the disaster itself. It is the emotional weight that comes after it. Imagine living completely alone, where every day feels the same, and every sound reminds you of what humanity used to be. That is the reality this story builds. The official trailer introduces this world in a very intense and emotional way. It does not focus only on destruction. Instead, it focuses on loneliness. The kind of loneliness that changes a person from inside. A loneliness where even hope feels dangerous, because hope can lead to disappointment. In this opening phase of the story, the audience is shown a world that feels abandoned by time itself. Airports are empty. Homes are silent. Nature slowly starts taking over places where people once lived. Everything looks familiar, but nothing feels alive anymore. This is not just a survival story. It is a story about what happens to the human mind when connection is lost completely. The trailer sets the tone by showing that survival is no longer just physical. It is emotional. It is mental. And sometimes, it is even spiritual. This opening section prepares the audience for something deeper than action or disaster. It prepares them for a journey into isolation, hope, and the fragile line between sanity and silence. After showing a broken and silent world, the story begins to introduce what The Dog Stars truly stands for. This is not just another disaster film or a simple survival story. It is a deeply emotional adaptation of the novel The Dog Stars, which has already gained strong attention for its raw and human storytelling. The official trailer reveals that this project focuses more on emotion than destruction. While many post-apocalyptic stories show action, chaos, and large-scale survival battles, this one takes a different path. It slows everything down and forces the viewer to feel the weight of loneliness, loss, and silence. At the center of the story is a world that has already fallen apart. But instead of showing how the world ends, the focus is on what remains after everything is gone. The trailer builds a tone that feels quiet, heavy, and deeply personal. It does not rush. It lets every moment sink in, making the audience feel the emptiness of the world. This project is being introduced as a survival drama with strong emotional depth. It explores how a human mind reacts when it is completely cut off from society. There are no normal conversations, no daily routines, and no social life. Every decision becomes about survival, and every day becomes a test of mental strength. The trailer also highlights that this story is not only about physical survival, but also about emotional survival. It asks a difficult question without directly saying it. What happens when a person has no one left to talk to, no one left to trust, and no reason to return to a normal life? The tone of the trailer is carefully designed. It mixes quiet visuals with slow storytelling, creating a feeling of distance and isolation. It does not try to explain everything at once. Instead, it shows small moments that slowly build the bigger picture of a broken world. This introduction makes it clear that The Dog Stars is not about saving the world. It is about surviving inside a world that can no longer be saved. As the trailer continues, it fully reveals the condition of the world after the disaster. Civilization has not just fallen, it has completely faded away. What remains is a wide, empty space where human life once existed, now replaced by silence and decay. This is the harsh reality shown in The Dog Stars, based on the novel The Dog Stars. The outbreak that destroyed everything is described as a fast-moving, flu-like virus that spread across countries without control. Within a short time, cities stopped working. Transport systems shut down, communication ended, and slowly, human presence disappeared from everyday life. There was no warning that could save people from what was coming. Now, what is left behind is a world that feels frozen in time. Empty highways stretch into nowhere. Abandoned houses stand untouched for years. Airports, once full of life and movement, are now completely silent. The trailer uses these images to show how quickly normal life can disappear when everything breaks down. But the most powerful part of this world is not what we see. It is what we do not hear. There are no crowds, no traffic, no background noise of society. The silence itself becomes a character in the story. It presses on the mind of anyone who is left behind, making survival not just physical, but deeply psychological. In this environment, nature slowly starts taking back control. Plants grow through broken roads. Dust covers everything. Buildings start to decay without maintenance. It feels like the world is erasing human history piece by piece. The trailer uses this visual decay to highlight how fragile civilization really is. Survivors, if any are left, are forced into complete isolation. There is no structure, no government, and no support system. Every person becomes responsible for their own survival. Food, safety, shelter, all of it must be managed alone. Trust becomes rare, and danger can come from anywhere. This section of the trailer builds a strong emotional atmosphere. It shows that the collapse is not just something that happened in the past. It is something that continues every single day for those who are still alive. It is a world where survival is constant, and hope feels like something far away. After showing a world that has completely fallen apart, the trailer shifts its focus to one of the last known survivors. At the center of The Dog Stars, based on the novel The Dog Stars, is a man who is trying to survive in a world where almost everything human has disappeared. He lives alone at an abandoned airport. This place, once full of passengers, flights, and constant movement, is now completely empty. No takeoffs, no landings. Only broken structures and endless silence. The airport becomes his shelter, his base, and his entire world. It is both safe and deeply lonely at the same time. His daily life is simple but harsh. Every day is about survival tasks, finding food, securing supplies, and protecting himself from unknown dangers outside. There is no routine like normal life. There is only repetition, survival, and silence. Time loses meaning when every day feels the same. But the most powerful part of his life is not the place he lives in. It is the emotional condition he is in. Years of isolation have changed him. Human connection no longer exists in his world. Conversations are gone. Relationships are gone. Even memories of society feel distant, like something that belongs to another life. The trailer shows that his mind is constantly fighting between survival and memory. On one side, he has adapted to this new world. On the other side, he still remembers what it felt like to live among people. That conflict slowly builds emotional pressure inside him, making isolation not just physical but mental. In this empty world, his only companion is his dog. The bond between them is silent but strong. There are no words needed between them. The dog becomes his only source of comfort, stability, and emotional balance. In a world where everything human is gone, this connection becomes the only thing keeping him grounded. This section of the trailer makes it clear that survival is not just about staying alive. It is about staying mentally stable when there is nothing left to hold on to. The protagonist is not just surviving the world outside, he is also surviving the world inside his own mind.